Hey guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. So Evercade Renovation Products Collection is just around the corner. In this video we're going to look at 3 games that you really should play first and 2 games you really should just avoid. Let's go. Okay guys, the best game to play is probably LV Entel, which I think just might be the best game on the cart. Now it's kind of like a Castlevania style, Shinobi style sort of game, and it's really good fun. It does get pretty hard, there is occasional slowdown here and there, but it's such a fun game to play, it's really good. Probably the standout game on the cart for me. I really enjoyed this one, it's really good fun to play. Okay guys, next game to look out for is Granada, which is a kind of a scrolling shoot 'em up. You can basically go anywhere on this sort of rectangular map and you need to destroy all the red dots on the map in the bottom right of the screen there, and it's pretty good fun to play. You get 2 options that your weapons to start out with. You've got a sort of standard fire and you've got a more destructive bomb that takes out the sort of more difficult enemies, which are pretty much the red dots you see on the screen. It's really good fun to play. It's got a really good challenge to it. It's pretty tricky. I think this one will be really popular when it does hit the Evercade at the end of March officially. Can't wait for this one. So the third game is Final Zone, which is probably a little bit similar to Granada in the way it's a kind of a scrolling shoot 'em up, but instead of a sort of little spaceship, you're actually a sort of robot mech, so to speak, and you've got some targets that you need to destroy on the map. And I really enjoyed this one as well. The controls can be a little bit fiddly at times, knowing what direction you need to face, but it is really good fun. It looks really good. You can obviously sort of change the map, the layout of your guns and stuff, and there's a lot to it. Really enjoyed it. You obviously need to take out certain targets, which tells you at the start of the screen. It's good fun, pretty tricky again, but I think this one will be really popular as well. And we don't really have a game like this on the Evercade that I can think of that's kind of similar. And I think this one will certainly have a really good audience. I really enjoyed this one, and that's my top 3 picks from the Renovation collection. But obviously we need to have a look at a couple of games that are, oh, so bad. Okay guys, the first game that you really should not even bother playing is Beast Wrestler, which is just absolutely terrible. I can't state that enough that how bad this game is. It's supposed to be some kind of wrestling game. You pick a monster or a robot of some sort. You've got a few moves on you. You've got a swinging tail option. They grapple a lot and you have no control over it. It is an absolute pile of crap. It really is the worst game I've probably ever played. Why would you want to put this on this cart, Blaze? I have no idea. It's terrible. You have so little control over the characters. The moves are very minimal. It's boring, it's mind-numbing. There's no fun here. It's just absolutely garbage. It's terrible. Awful. Awful. Okay, yeah, I've got that out of my system. Next one. So, there's 2 RPGs on the cart, which is really good because we always need some RPGs. Unfortunately, one of them is a bit of a dud. Now, this looks actually quite promising so far. Trazia, nice little menu screen. It looks okay, it's got a lot going for it, but when you actually get to play it, I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it. I just felt the controls were clunky, there was a lot of jerky scrolling. It's not clear where you're supposed to go. You're obviously going to get a few more teammates added on. As you can see on the screen, you bump into people. You need to actually face the person to actually activate a speech when you're talking to them. The controls are clunky. It's really not fun to play. I'm sure the purists out there will probably get something out of this if you're a more patient sort of person than I am. My patience is very limited. I just couldn't get into the game, didn't enjoy it. It's just not much fun to play, unfortunately. I think there will be people out there that actually like this, but I just felt it's such a poor example of an RPG. It looks good, it's obviously trying hard to be something. It's just not there. The game needs a lot more work to it to be able to be playable and enjoyable, and for me it's not worth having on the cart. There is another RPG on the cart called Exile, which is a little bit better, but this one is just not for me. Didn't like it. So if you must play an RPG, you probably should look at the other one on the cart, which is called Exile, and it's not brilliant or by any means, but it's alright. It's certainly more playable than Trazia. There's a little bit of mindless wandering about at the start, getting familiarised and sort of gathering up the characters to go on your quest, and then there's sort of changing layout and the style of the game. And you sort of go a sort of side scroll and sort of slash them up, which is kind of quite good fun, but it gets pretty tricky. But this is probably more enjoyable to me. I didn't think Trazia was all that great. But don't forget, this is just a couple of games. There are Valis games, there's a couple of shoot 'em ups like Gaiares and Sol Dees, and they're pretty decent. I'm not a big shoot 'em up fan, but these are pretty decent sort of shoot 'em ups. And overall, I think it's a pretty decent cart. Just don't forget there are a couple of duds on it. Just avoid, but overall it's a decent cart. I'm looking forward to reviewing it properly when it comes out. Can't wait for it. End of March it's sort of due out. You may already have it if you're living in the Nordics regions like Sweden and Norway, for example. I've seen a few folk already had it, but it's not officially out to the end of March. Can't wait for that to happen. Bye guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.